What is up, YouTube? We're back at it again with another build video, but instead of doing a Thunder Cage video, we are now doing a video based on how I've built out my bunny to basically complete all the content in the game, beat all the bosses, everything like that. A lot of people have been asking. But first and foremost, let me say thank you for anybody that has subscribed to my channel. Hit that like button. Make sure you turn on notifications. I do make a ton of First Descendant videos, as you can see. If you go to my past videos, I made a lot of boss videos. I made a Thunder Cage build video, which I'll put in the link in the description below. But we are not going to be going over to Thunder Cage, because there's a video for that. We're going to strictly be going over the Descendant modules that I use on my ultimate bunny. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. I have it broken down into 3 categories for my mods. First is mobbing and farming. Second is group bosses and dungeons and like AoE. Third is solo bossing. So let's start with the mobbing and farming build that I'm running right now, okay? We're going to go with nimble fingers for the skill cooldown. Increased HP, because when you get to hard mode, you definitely need some HP, so you're going to want to run increased HP whenever you can, in my opinion. Electric specialist for the skill power. Maximum range, just to give us some more range. We got mid-air maneuvering. Mid-air maneuvering, a lot of people kind of argue long distance is better. Well, it is for like grappling. Long distance can be better for like grappling boss shoulders, because if you use mid-air and maneuvering enough, you'll realize that sometimes when you go to reach for that gold shoulder on a boss, you just come up short. It is a little bit trickier. You got to be a little bit closer. I prefer mid-air maneuvering just all throughout the game. I just like to be able to grapple wherever I am. All right, moving on, we got technician for skill power modifier, 50%. Skill effect range, 92.3% on skill expansion. It applies only to certain skills for each descendant. Skill cost comes from strong mentality. It would be a negative 15.2%. We have increased defense, another very important. Increased HP and increased defense are very important, especially when you start getting into hard mode, okay? You're going to want to try to juice these up. And then we have MP collector. This is probably one of the most important things for this farming build right here. Okay, when defeating an enemy, instantly recovers 12.2% of max MP at a 17% chance. Basically, this allows you to have, if you're killing enemies in dense mobs or going through dungeon, whatever you want to do, you know, just completing quests, you will be able to like have an infinite sprint slash abilities going on. So this keeps everything with uptime. This is just my farming build, okay? I don't want to go too much into it. I'm trying to make the video short and sweet like I always do. That's what we do. So moving on, how many sockets do we have here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So that's seven catalysts, or sockets, should I say. We didn't use 7, but we have 7 sockets, should I say, that are in use for this farm. Now let's move on to the group boss and dungeon. Let me explain this really quick. This build is good for, you know, more AoE type fights, not so much single target when you got people in your group, stuff like that, okay? It's very good for the obstructor on hard, because you have a good AoE size, you have the survivability still, but you can kill multiple targets pretty quickly, and you still have good sustainability with increased defense once again. And then we add HP amplification to just this build right here. So this is what I run when I'm just in a group doing hard dungeons with all the modifiers or whatever it may be. So it's very similar, although you are going to have HP amplification put on, and then you're going to be running some sort of resistance. So as you know, the bosses require you to have a certain amount of resistance depending on the type of boss that they are. So I leave this here outside of the socket to show you that you don't need it socketed. You can still come up with the points, okay? I just have it outside of the socket. I could put toxic here, but the point is, toxic is the only one with the R symbol, right? So you know, heat and cold are going to be different. So I just put it right here just to show you guys that it's a staple. I just swap this out whenever I am fighting a different boss, okay? And if I'm in a group or whatever, this is what I run. All right, it's great. It's got great survivability. I think on this, I have, yeah, 13k HP and then 30,400 defense. Okay, as opposed to our mobbing and farming build where we only have 9,000 HP, right? So it's quite a bit of a difference in HP, but the reason being, when you're farming just trash and just farming little easy missions, whatever it may be, you don't need the resists, right? So we have MP collector on so that we can maintain our skills, but we don't need the resist from the bosses, and we don't need the extreme HP as if you're doing bosses or modified dungeons or whatever it may. This is like easy mode, okay? And then this is like a little bit tankier with some resistance, okay? And then we move on to my third build. This is very important, ultimate bunny build, because we have high voltage going on. What this build really specializes in is, for instance, Devourer. You see these videos, I even have one. You can check it out on my page if you want to. High voltage allows you to get a heck of a lot more damage, but it changes your skill. Instead of having the circular AoE, it's going to now reduce the number of enemies that throw bomb and lightning emission can strike, but it's going to increase the range and damage. So when you see these bunnies killing Devourer really quick, they're using high voltage, or the Executioner solo, or Pyromancer. Pretty much anything solo, I run high voltage. That's it. I don't run this, the tanky group boss one. I don't run that. I run this build right here. So we got high voltage, mid-air maneuvering still technician, nimble fingers, increase HP, increase defense. I threw in iron defense because when I'm soloing, I just want to be tanky in their face. And with high voltage, being up close, getting those lightning strikes in on the boss, that's why I run iron defense. You could probably run something else because you already have increased defense on. You know, do what you want to do. This is just my build. This is just what I like to do. Again, we have the resists, right? I have it up here, but we have the resist that you would swap out once again. Okay. Now this has helped me defeat Devourer in under, you know, 2 minutes and whatnot, and solo all the bosses that you can solo in the game. So those are my 3 builds. I really hope that you guys put these to use, but honestly, leave a comment down below with like what mods you guys are using and what builds you guys are using, because I'm open to ideas and I'm always testing things out. By no means am I saying this is the best way to play Ultimate Bunny. I'm telling you that this is what I soloed the bosses with and what I do on the daily as far as like playing with my friends and whatnot, helping them out, carrying them, whatever it may be, and then just farming. I just have this, you know, infinite sprint slash skill going on. So if you guys like these builds, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. Channel's doing really well with the first Descendant. If you want some more content from me that goes a little bit more in depth, make sure you subscribe. I really truly appreciate it. And if you support Bunny's booty, you'll hit that sub button. All right, much love till next time. See you later, Sci Squad. Peace.